but
as initial graphic shows, the vibe was in shambles tonight. However, I mean, it was a loss.
No. No, all was a loss. No, it was a win. But when the announcers said, even with tie, so similar loss, and we're about to show the highlights, and as Triple H would say in his promos, let's cut the crap and go to it. Because remember,
let's start off in the third minute. A guy that, how could I say this, has been a, shall we say, one of the bright spots of this team thus far. Haruki Yamazaki setting up Connor Ruts in the third minute of play. Beautiful pass. Right straight to Ruts.
I know.
1-0 Detroit City.
Yeah, that was a beautiful goal.
That was
you could saw he could thinking, and yes, he just scored, and it was 1-0 Detroit City. We were looking good.
We were looking really good. Fast forward to the 16th minute.
Yeah.
Say his name,
and he will score! I believe in Darren! I believe in Darren!
Gets the goal. Detroit City up by a score of 2-0.
I know.
In the 16th minute of play.
Yes, and he scored.
Things were looking good.
Yes.
Things were looking positive.
Yes.
City at that point.
Yes, look at the replay. He caught a good cross pass onside. Goaltender went out early. There it is.
Yep.
And that was his
nice little gimme goal there.
And that was his 7th goal of the season. He leads all of the USL in goal scorers.
Yes, and in all competitions, he has 9 goals.
Take that, Lionel Messi.
Take that, Lionel Messi.
Yeah. Take that, Messi.
A nice little dance there.
I know. I said it would be a true goal scorer, and I feel like every day. I have seen the clip when we announced him that he made that proclamation. We may play that. Who knows?
Yeah,
absolutely.
Okay.
But things would start falling apart for Detroit City. 27th minute of play. What the hell was Stephen Carroll thinking?
Well, I'm seeing the replay like everybody else. He was just trying to try to clear it on the air direction as we see the replay. He was going to give it back to
Dead giveaway.
Yeah, he scores against Carroll was just trying to pass it back, but he didn't see that Almo was waiting, and guess what?
Inside the box. I mean, it's
that dog.
No flag on the play. City
he was onside. He was onside. You know what I mean? So dead giveaway. Yeah. Or cut that in half to 2-1.
And then for Detroit City, let's fast forward here to to where let's fast forward. Another mistake here. 67th minute of play.
And he found it wide open.
Elvis Amo.
Nobody checked him.
Amo with the brace tonight.
Nobody checked him.
Nobody checked him at all. City had some chances late in the game, but nonetheless, it like I said, very frustrating.
Oh, yeah.
End of the night for Detroit City FC.
And they even had a man up after a red card, right?
Yes, they were a man up, and this was after the man up. Hayden White got his second yellow card in the 62nd minute of play.
And 2 yellows equals
a red. And
Detroit didn't capitalize on that red card man up opportunity.
Plenty of opportunities, though, for Detroit City towards the end here. I mean, here's one here that and just too many players in the box. This was a possible handball. This was in the 66th minute or 69th minute of play.
Yeah.
Detroit was claiming handball here, but it doesn't look like it. It looked like it came off the head. And
and Indy was checking Detroit City all game long.
They were playing well defensively. Very well defensively here.
Right.
So, trying to think here. That's about it as far as that goes. A lot of chances late for Detroit City. They just didn't come to fruition, unfortunately. And We end up with a 2-2 draw in Indianapolis.
A losing draw, like the announcer said. They gave up probably one of the most safest league ever.
Yep.
2-0.
Yep. The most dangerous lead in all soccer is definitely 2-0. And for Detroit City, though, I mean,
at least the Indy fans interrupt the field like Bradford fans.
Right.
Yeah,
but, looking at the stats, though, from the match, 59% possession, 10 shots for Detroit City compared to 6, 4 on target for Detroit City. The two big chances for Indy 11.
Yeah.
They were pretty much all Elvis Amo, and both mistakes in which Detroit City, I made a mistake defensively in order for him to get those goals.
Yeah, you're right. They were 2 bad mistakes. David Carroll was passing, thinking nobody was open. Hey, hero, just go ahead and Almanavo bared and he scored. And then in the second one, oh my God.
Yeah, he was Michael Bryant was just standing right there. And then next thing you know, Elvis sneaks by him, puts it in the back of the net. What do you do? Detroit City ended up losing the lead, dropping the points at that point. So they were pretty much consistent with the passing on the ball. A lot of fluidity.
Yeah.
In the passing for Detroit City, a lot of connection there. It's just trying to get it to a point where Detroit City would make the right opportunity and cash in. It never came to fruition. Never came to fruition.
I was hoping for another miracle tonight. I'm sorry, there was no miracle of Joey Rome there.
No, definitely no miracle at all for Detroit City.
It's a U2 song, by the way. We got
as I mentioned, 10 shots for Detroit City, 5 off target, 4 on target, 1 block shot for Detroit City. Defensively, they had 1 block shot as well, while Indy had 6 total shots, 3 off target, 2 on target for the evening. But nonetheless, I mean, it was it was a match that Detroit City had and Indy took away.
And yes, it was a tale of 2 halves. We were fresh. We scored 2 quick goals, including Derek Smith's 7 goals.
I mean, you can't really say a tale of 2 halves because almost first goal in the 27th minute of play, it totally changed the momentum of the game, and it seemed like Indy wanted to, they wanted to play their game on the counterattack, and they succeeded.
And Elvis feels so good, scoring not only goal but twice against his former team, where he had his injury issues, and we didn't retain him, so he signed a free agent with Indy 11. And personally, I think he's happy as a Beaver scoring too.
Yeah, he's been a bender himself, scoring in the Jägermeister Cup last week, and then this week bagging 2 goals against his former team. Another former teammate of his at Detroit City is now his teammate down in Indy. We were thinking he was going to get a yellow card today.
that didn't happen. No, it didn't happen.
Didn't happen at all. But but there was a plethora of yellows. Obviously, the Hayden White 2 yellows there. James Musa got a yellow. Quinn got a yellow.
Michael Bryan got a yellow.
Jay Chapman got a yellow.
You got a yellow. You got a yellow. Everybody in the team is getting a yellow.
4 per side tonight, as far as the discipline goes. Total of 8 yellow cards given. Obviously, the 1 red because of because of the double given to Hayden White, and is, like I said, another a disappointment though. But nonetheless, though. Detroit City remains unbeaten.
You're right, unbeaten. Yes. In the last.
They do remain unbeaten. Unbeaten in their their.
Let me see that right now. They've been unbeaten their last
6 matches.
And
the last draw that they had was against Monterey Bay at Keyworth Stadium.
And the only loss so far is Louisville City.
Yes. So
March 29th.
It's still a point, but a very disappointing point for Detroit City tonight, though. But the form's still looking good heading into Chicago, coming up this Wednesday night for the Open Cup match against.
You're right, and as of the taping, we're tied for 3rd place now with the Charleston Battery, who Wendig.
Yeah.
But we're about to see it as we
Yeah.
go
Yeah,
up and down and around the sea.
Yes, we're going to do around the sea right now.
Let's go!
8 other games from tonight's USL Championship.
Five goals in 6 games. Marcanic level scoring right off the bat. Siaha's in goal, a looming presence. Jennings scores! And we are level at 1 as Cal Jennings continues his dream start in the Low Country.
A couple extra yards in field there. Struniali and company. And San Antonio slither their way through here. It's a chance. Vegas, huge save. To get a free chicken sandwich. So there's a lot on the line here, not just with the game in the balance. And it's towards Stallman. It's headed. Rodriguez. Oh, what a save by Sanchez.
Oh, man.
Both goalkeepers coming up with gigantic stuff.
Rowdies lead 1-0. Leo Fernandez. In the 60th minute, the Dolabella hit high. Maldonado tosses it in again. Comes back out, swinging the leg with a nice laser beam. Luis Perez blasts this ball home.
Bounces around a bit. Locomotive, good keep by Torres, played in by Cabrera. To the far post and in, and it gets stuck in the back of the net.
I mean, that's pretty impressive. Ball ahead, and a real chance now. Margarita bangs it in. And for all that Colorado Springs has done.
It's a real chance for Orange County. They quickly win the ball back on this far side. Chance for the shot. Oh, it's a laser. Into the bottom left-hand corner by Liam McKinnon, who mashes Orange County back in front.
Pearson, in hindsight, after that effort, maybe he would have liked it.
Las Vegas mixing it up a little bit with their set pieces.
Now Nigro gets it back at the end line, floats it. A lot of bodies still forward, the header in! Johnny Rodriguez with his second of the season. Against the run of play, Vegas lights up the scoreboard.
All right, as we took a look around, see tonight, a lot of interesting stuff there. Rhode Island opened their new stadium today. It looks pretty nice.
It's a very nice stadium. Sort of recommend. Sort of look like the Pittsburgh Stadium with their center scoreboard and their river behind it.
Yeah,
and they have more
landing is what it, I mean, it's center. It's
center bank stadium.
Yeah, but it's not. You know, it's on Tidewater Landing, and this was a thing for them. They wanted to build a new stadium right there from the from the inception. Of course, last
2019.
They went into they played at Bryan College last year, and they got to celebrate their Eastern Conference Championship. They unveiled the banner there this afternoon.
They're 2025 after being away for 2 months. 2 full months before the stadium is complete, and they now will raise the banner. And yes, considering we were watching the game in the clubhouse, that we were, I don't want to say it, complaining about Maxi Rodriguez.
And one of the videos I showed, or one of the highlights I showed was Maxi missing a goal.
He had a great opportunity, but what a save!
Great save.
And there was another save. He gloved it, and oh my God. But once again, his league-wide scoring drought continued. He scored 1 time in last week's JG Cup.
Yes,
against Westchester SC
Yes.
in a 4-1 drilling by Rhode Island at that point. So now, as we mentioned, attention turned to
Open Cup
Wednesday night in Chicago. You're going to see a totally. Now we noticed that Ben Morse was not in the lineup tonight.
He's going to play.
You think that there was a reason behind that?
I think he's going to play on. I think he's going to play on Wednesday night.
I'm thinking the same thing personally.
Because I mean, you had a. How do you say it was? it was different. He had Yamazaki in there instead of Morse playing in there, and you figured you would hope that you would have Yamazaki, Morse, and Darren Smith.
Yeah.
In there, combining with each other like they did last week against Pittsburgh, and you figured that would happen, but that did not come to fruition, unfortunately, as Morse was out of the starting lineup. Yamazaki, though, I mean, his play again tonight.
He was really great. He showed the speed in that first goal.
Yep. Great speed, great delivery to Connor Rutz there, and he's starting to become one of the young contributors to this club, which is I am very happy to see that.
Another great signing during the offseason. One of the first players from a defunct team. Remember, he came from Northern Colorado. You know what I mean? Like I said,
Horizon League talent as well, coming from Oral Roberts University. He's played most of his ball here in the States, so which is very good, and you can see the effort and the execution throughout. Anytime he's been out there on the pitch, nice to see Sebastian Guanzati out there tonight for Detroit City.
Didn't score a goal.
Unfortunately, we were hoping that was going to be the case, but he earned some valuable minutes there tonight. So
I know, and also I mentioned this in the team news. Congratulations to both Stephen Carroll and Giselle Cecilio. They played their 100 USC match.
USL Championship match.
100.
So they are Centurions in the USLC.
Stephen Carroll, most of his career here in Detroit. He had played over 200 games. Next season, he'll reach 250. A Centurion, oh my God.
And how much we have our first try? Well, we'll have our first try Centurion in Stephen Carroll. I mean, he's extended to 2026.
Yeah.
Will he be playing in the new stadium?
I think he could play in the move. Remember that he had a player option, by the way.
Yes.
And Giselle Cecilio, that's his 100th game. He started out sparkly at New York City Red Bull 2. Remember the .2 team? He played 4 years in Hartford, a couple of years in Oakland.
I think a certain goal scorer from Wednesday night used to play with Red Bulls as well. Brian White. From the Vancouver Whitecaps. Used to play with the Red Bulls. Anyway.
And his first season with DCFC.
Yes. And also played with, it looks like he was with Orange County as well.
Yes. No, Oakland is said in my notes.
Oh, it is Oakland Roots. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, that's right. We got him from the Oakland Roots, as a matter of fact.
I know.
But yeah, now this year, you're probably going to look at a heavily rotated lineup for Wednesday. I'm, Herrera in net tonight. You might see Saldana in goal,
or you might see the third goaltender.
I'm thinking it's gonna be Saldana. My personal opinion. It's gonna be.
I probably agree.
It'll probably be a heavily rotated lineup going into the next game Wednesday night, and then it's the second of three.
Yes.
Then we're back at it again next week.
Yes, and also second
against Hartford Athletic.
Second of 4, we're going to be at Hartford Athletic, and then Birmingham, the Sunday night match. So
it's 4 games on the road for Detroit City before we come back home to take on the Charleston Battery in the doubleheader game.
Oh my! And by the way, can I say it? Can I finally say it?
Yeah.
It's going to be the All-Star Darren Smith against Cal Jennings, who scored the goal tonight for the Battery 4-2 victory.
Yes, he did. He scored it on a penalty kick, as you saw in Around the Sea.
Yes.
He will be part of that. But like I said, who knows? There's going to be lots of matches.
Prior
to this.
I know.
But it's going to be a very...
One at a time, by the way.
Yes, you got to take them one at a time, and that's what Detroit City has to do. The next one, Wednesday. The next one in USL Championship next Saturday in Hartford at Trinity Health.
I know.
The next one is at SeatGeek Stadium.
Yes,
6 o'clock. Well, 8 o'clock kick here in Detroit.
They have 2 winnable games. Chicago during the backstory, and Hartford not doing great, by the way.
No. I mean 2 possibly very winnable games.
Probably
let's see what happens as far as what Danny Dicchio does going forward here, and We got
like I said, the Wednesday game is on Paramount Plus.
Yep, and next week's game will be on the usual suspects.
Yes.
CBS Sports.
CW Detroit 50.
Yep, CW Detroit 50, CBSDetroit.com, and ESPN Plus as well.
I know.
But until Wednesday, folks, we will see you. I will be in Chicago. We got one in the can, so hopefully you can enjoy that.
And you'll be doing after hours in Chicago.
I will be in Chicago
solo
for hopefully a happy result in the Windy City.
I may buzz in after the game. Who knows?
With 600 Detroit City fans.
You know what?
Going.
If I haven't still stayed with my mother, I would still go. I would love to go. Chi-Town, home of Douglas Fair and the Smashing Pumpkins and Billy Corgan and all that, all the wonderful
Harry Carey, all that fun stuff.
Harry Carey,
the late great Harry Carey,
and also the late great Steve Mongo Macaco.
Yes,
he was. I remember speaking of Chicago because I remember he challenged the referee after a ball goal before he thanked him to get out the ball game. Oh my God!
I believe in the Four Horsemen. Raising up the four fingers for the Four Horsemen for Mongo McMichael. He's not the original Mongo, though.
No.
The original Mongo, to me,
Alex Carey,
71 of your Detroit Lions.
And he punched out a horse in blazing cattle.
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Let's get out of here.
Let's get out of here.
Good night, everybody.
We will see you Wednesday. Until then, folks, keep it in round preaching for the galaxy.